Namaste, guys. I just wanted to share with you some good news. Next week I'm going to be releasing my new album, Golden Glow, and I wanted to talk a little bit about it and then share with you the close to finalized album art that my good friend Ivan Nicole has been working so hard on down there in Melbourne, Australia. And I wanted to share the story of that with you. So this new album is my second album, and it is a bit more progressive than the first. We've added some new instrumentation, a lot of electronic infusion with synthesizers and various beats, and we have a lot of new vocals and new Indian instruments and all kinds of new sounds coming out. So I'm very pleased with the quality of this album. I think it's much more to my standards of my taste, and we're constantly raising the bar on the music. So we're hoping that our new productions and new albums will be even higher and even better. So I recommend this album for all ages and all people. I think you should give it a try and give it a listen and see how it makes you feel in your heart. A lot of people are finding that this music makes them feel very peaceful. A lot of people are attracted by the content of the conscious rap and the conscious lyrics behind the hip-hop aspect of the music. But there are also people that are drawn to the music and the peace that's generated by the mantras and the spiritual vibrations. So go ahead and give it a listen if you haven't already, and we're going to try to get those tracks up available so you can download them online as well. So I met Ivan when I was traveling over in Australia. He was a friend of my good buddy Jezza, and he had been sending some art pictures online out. He made this one that said Goranga, and it was a circular shaped, had these really cool jaggedy designs with a lot of colors. And I sent him a message saying, "Hey man, could I please use that, for art for my album?" And he said, "Yeah, that'd be okay." And then as the time went by, he actually listened to some of my songs and he liked them, and he offered to completely do a whole set of art for my album. And I thought, well, that's an amazing offer. That's really nice of you. And I'm really busy with a lot of things, being the producer of the album as well as the vocal artist and recording artist. So and I mix it myself. So it takes a lot of time to get all that stuff out. So it was really nice to hear that a friend wanted to get on board and help with the project. And so he sent me an initial version, which was really amazing. It was like, first shot is the best shot. And there were some subsequent versions that didn't quite have that pizzazz of the first one. And so we went with the first one, and then we did a couple changes on the fonting. And then I sketched up another picture, just like a brief picture that I wanted to throw in there with the other one to layer it in, because I wanted this second album to be a little bit more, to give the fans and audience a little bit more of a detailed or deeper message than the first one delivered. So the primary thing, or the primary message or essence that we're trying to convey through these albums is this process or practice of mantra meditation. So a mantra is a spiritual sound vibration that's passed down from one spiritual master to disciple in a lineage, tracing all the way back to the spiritual world. And these mantras or spiritual sounds, they're actually different from material sounds. And it's said that there's 3 stages that one has in perceiving this spiritual sound. So in the beginning, when one hears this spiritual sound, Goranga, it just sounds like any other sound. Someone could just say, banana or something, and it's like Goranga, banana. Oh, it sounds really similar. It could be, maybe it's, just some sound like that, just some syllables that kind of rolls off the tongue. And that's the first stage, but one actually does feel some peace in the heart there, you know. So the first album, Peaceful Heart, is about this. It's about experiencing the mantra and experiencing the peace that comes from that mantra. The second stage is that peace actually begins to develop or blossom into a little bit of happiness or spiritual bliss. And so that's why the second album is called Golden Glow. It refers to this, the glow that's being generated from this tiny spark of fire, this spark of peace that's starting to catch on a flame in your heart and glow with happiness. And so alongside with that comes the second perception of the mantra, which is after experiencing the mantra as just an ordinary sound, one starts to notice that within the mantra there is actually a form. In other words, there is a person, a dimension, a world behind the mantra. And so the person, dimension, and world, that is actually the final stage of perceiving the mantra. But in the second stage, one simply notices, wow, this is different from an ordinary sound. This is something, there's a form here, there's a flavor, there's a taste. And so the second mantra is called Golden Glow, and I wanted to depict that in the album art, that there is a form that is coming here, that is being transferred through these spiritual sounds. So we infused the form with Ivan's original idea. We added the fonts and we adjusted a little bit of light settings, and it came out absolutely terrific, and I'm super happy with it, and I'm very happy to be able to present to you this new album art for Golden Glow. So here it is. I hope you're ready. Thank you.